Hello boys and girls, welcome to another installment of my whitewater guide to France. The Durance gets its water from many sources. One of the most important is the Guisane. Today we are looking at the Lower Guisane from Chantemerle down to Briançon. The put-in is at the rafting station in Chantemerle. This is also the takeout for the upper section. The takeout is after the bypass bridge in Briançon. The influence of ski tourism is most obvious on this section. Right at the beginning, you cross under the ramp of the slope that leads up to the station on the other side of the river. This is already the first spot where careful navigation is required. The passage is on the right side at the end of the underpass, and it drops quite a bit. This whole valley is better known today as Serre Chevalier, but Serre Chevalier isn't actually a village. It's the name of the ski area that stretches along the Guisane from Briançon up to Col-Lautaret. It is hard to imagine this valley today without skiing. But the modern ski resort is actually quite a recent development. The cable car to Serre Chevalier was inaugurated in 1941, and winter tourism grew rapidly after the Second World War. At this low water level of about 10 cubic meters per second, you have to contend with quite a few rocks on your way down. We had seen the Guisane mostly dark and sediment laden, so we had already crossed it off our list. If you cannot see the stones underneath the surface, things become quite a bit more difficult. The day before, we paddled the upper section. There we saw clear water at the outlet and also learned where the dark disturbance comes from. So we assumed that if we put in early enough, we would find clear water and a navigable passage. The difficulties on this section are in the 3rd and 4th grade. On the drive up it does not look like much. However, this is the section with the highest gradient. The river flows through a forested valley with only a few bridges. In the upper part you were constantly reminded of civilization. Here that is mostly absent. After the first rapid on the slope, the river continues at a moderate pace. Soon you reach this dam. There is a chute on the right that lets you glide nicely down below. It's not like the one on the Durance moat section. From here on, the gradient increases. You have to contend with boulders and rocks in your way. At higher water levels, these become curlers and holes. It's a completely different ballgame, and things happen much faster. There are a few rapids that are steeper than average. In some places, the flow splits. Luckily, this section is also used for rafting, so you should not have to contend with trees in your path. The crux of this section is a 300-meter long rapid. It bends around a curve in one direction. As you come around, quite a few boulders appear in the way, combined with a considerable gradient. At the bottom, the river bends in the other direction. There is a big boulder right in the middle. On the right side, there is a path through the trees so you can inspect the whole section. The usual course is from the middle to the right, then back to the middle, After that, you had best decided which side you want to pass the last boulder on. Otherwise, you might get stuck on top of it. This is already the last really difficult section. That does not mean it's calm water from here on down. There are still a few bends left on the river. From the takeout, there is a footpath along the riverside, starting on the left and crossing over below the dam to the right. This can be an alternative if you only have one car. Under the road bridge, there is another weir. You navigate this on the left side. Afterwards, head over to the right shore where the takeout is located. You can find additional information in the description below. If you found this guide helpful, please leave a like. And if you don't want to miss the next video, be sure to subscribe. Until then, goodbye!